primarily because I think there's going to be a war on talent in the next 3 to 5 years, the likes that we've never seen before. And I think it's driven by a number of factors. The first is, I think there's a huge skills gap inside of big organizations right now. 10 years ago, or actually currently, less than 1% of the course descriptions of the top 100 business schools even talk about mobile, emerging, or digital technology. So for the last 10 years, we've been graduating MBAs into organizations that really weren't prepared to be leadership in a new era, an era where digital clearly is the underpinning of the consumer. But 10 years ago, something changed. 10 years ago, organizations like Amazon, Google, LinkedIn, and the likes that we're sitting in front of began to be born. And what happened was the same exact MBAs that graduated with the same degrees, instead of going to work in a big Fortune 100 or Fortune 500 at the time, or 100, they went to go work at places like Amazon, Google, so on and so forth. And now, 10 years later, when you talk to many of them, they all say the same thing. We're tired of selling books. We want to sell chocolate and Oreo cookies and cars and reinvent Uber and hotels. And as they begin to set their sights on older industries, not just the thought leaders, but all of the people that sit underneath the ranks of those organizations are going to begin to look over and say, you know what? I think I can do the job better than the folks that are sitting in that organization today. And what we have to ask ourselves as organizations, and quite frankly as individuals, are we first preparing the talent that sits inside of our organization to be competitive in the next 3 to 5 years? And are we ourselves prepared to be competitive when that attack on talent begins? And I think part of the biggest challenge is that we don't really understand the new talent economy. Many big organizations don't understand because for them, they don't realize that the world has changed and that it's about celebrating the individuality of people and not necessarily just the collective. And that talent now asks a bigger question, which is, it's not about where you go to work for, but who you go and work with.